First things first, stretch that neck strip, wrap it around the neck, finger in the middle of the neck. Next one lines up right on it. Tuck the paper in, tuck the wings in, and that should be nice and secure for the rest of the cut. So this is gonna be a taper with a 3 3/4. So we're gonna apply the 3 3/4 first.
Imagina que llevamos meses, imagina que yo soy tu novio cuando te bese. Aunque solo nos vemos pa' chingar a veces. Yo no soy Romeo ni tú eres Julieta. Tú solamente me llamas pa' que yo te lo meta. No enamorarse, esa es la meta, yeah.
So I did a 3 3/4 on top. So now I'm gonna run a 3 1/2 on the sides. Now you don't have to move anywhere as quick as I do. I'm just used to it, and if I start practicing slow, I'll get slower. So I just stick to cutting fast. But you know, there's nothing wrong with you cutting slow. Just get it done. And look at his face from where you can tell I'm doing it too rough. You know, so you don't want to do that. At the moment you won't notice it, but if you're a videotape, then you'll see it. So I'm just going around the crown area with this 3 1/2 because it's gonna blend right into that 3 3/4. So let's make sure you blow them off. Make sure after you're done trimming the top and sides that they don't get itchy. And then let's get ready to run that tube. This is my tube. We're gonna run it only on the taper area, up into the corner of the edge up. And behind, on the back of the head, it's gonna be under the occipital bone. Not over, just right on it or right under it. So now we're gonna bald out our finger height. So just as finger width, height, however you want to look at it. If you're just a finger, if you got skinny fingers, you can do 2. And this is gonna be a high taper. This is Texas. We do high tapers here. The reason they like high tapers is they have a little bit more definition, and as far as they last longer. So on the sides, I just bald it out right above the curve area where the C-strap goes. I'm gonna bald that with my shaver. I use 1 roll, either the top or the bottom, depending on how close I'm trying to get to the top line. Usually you want to stay up away from the first bald out line, just so you don't leave a thick line. Now I'm doing open, middle, close, no guard. Another finger width apart. This is open, middle. Then we're gonna close it up. As you can tell, there's a lot of repetition, but remember, we don't want to get stuck doing a whole bunch of extra repetition. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, that way you got to be efficient. You got to make sure that not every step is being wasted. Here we go. We're gonna shoot the guard. It's gonna be a number 1 1/2. It equals a metal 2. So you can go up into where you took that 2 to the corner of the edge up. Make sure you're keeping the angle that I'm using, which it has a tilt. I like to tell people it's like the corner or the top of an ice cream cone before the scoop, or a triangle, upside down triangle. So just keep that angle. You see how to move away from that angle. I did hit the back as well. Remember that. and it stayed under the occipital bone. It's my number one, right under the 1.5 plastic that I just put. Same thing, open, middle, close. Here we go again. Open, middle, close. Open, middle, close. Same angle. Same angle. It has to have that tilt. So you can line up with the corner of the edge up and just follow it as a diagonal to the top of the ear. And we're gonna move fairly quick to this cut. This is one of my favorite cuts. The back of the head is gonna be the same situation. Everything's still being piled up right under that 1.5, that number 2. So remember, it's like a 7-layer dip. You know, you're smashing all the layers together until it's blended out. And remember, travel together. If you do section by section, you'll take longer and you'll be wasting time. See, we're already almost done. This is my half guard. Right on top of the 1, open, middle, close, open, middle, close. Open is going to be my highest line, middle's in the middle, and close is going to be the bottom darkest line, always. Make sure you don't go too high or move too quick, because then you'll go above the last guard you use. You don't want to go above the last guard, you want to go right under it and smash them together until they blend. So, right here, I'm just going to go through, clean up any little lines I might have made. Or any big lines. You know. The thing is, I'll detail it as we go. Little by little, it's a process.
Sí, pero hice un tutorial, güey, cómo se puede registrar, güey, también. ¿Y les estás diciendo cómo? El video ya está hecho, güey, nomás de que te lo mande y que tú digas que sí. ¿Dónde vas a enseñar? Clic, 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 así como sí, como el otro, sí. Cómo se van a meter y cómo se pueden registrar para competir. Okay. Y luego me lo mandas y así lo pongo yo, lo hago público. Sí, ya está, ahorita te lo voy a mandar. ¿Viste un video que subimos yo de Gutos y que esa chingada era como ya casi 2.500? ¿Neta? ¿De corte o de comercial o de...? No me cagando el palo, güey. Oh, neta, no. Sí. ¿Hace poquito lo subiste? Sí, no, en un día hizo eso. ¿Sí? Sí. ¿En dónde? ¿En Instagram? En Instagram, nomás en Instagram. ¿En el tuyo personal o en el...? Sí. No. Pero ni uno de mis videos hace eso, nomás hacen como 500. Sí, sí, sí.
So we're gonna edge up around the ears. This is all corner work. You gotta use the corners. If you don't use the corners, you're not gonna get anywhere. After you use the corners, then you can go back and change it up a bit where you lay it flat. For the edge ups, you always want to start with one leg first, then you move to the other. After you've done your corner work, you can lay the blade flat and get in and get the hair that you couldn't get before from just corner work. As you can see here, this is a better display than the other side. See, we can lay it flat to make that crispy line. I'm reballing it out, making sure that I detail it. I just removed this neck strip. I'm doing the other leg. Now the center. Now we're going to connect the dots from left to right. Here we go, crispy. As you can tell, there's still a little bit of a line there. We'll go back and get it in a minute. Back to the center. Now we're moving to the right. Crispy. You can go left-handed, right-handed. The whole thing is to leave a perfect 7. You see? That's the number 7. Now I just burst his hair forward so I can get anything that overlaps the crispy line. Try not to push back too much, but definitely enough to get it crispy. So I'm going to go through and erase the line here. Start with the half guard. What this is gonna do is gonna polish it up actually. Whatever the half guard doesn't get, I'll remove it and I do it without. You always want to make sure you get all the hair behind the ear, because that is the first place the wifey looks. We don't use a razor or actual razor in their neck anymore like the old white gentlemen used to do back in the day. We use shavers now, which actually get down to the skin a lot more. If you use one of the rolls on the shaver, you can actually use it as a razor going around the ear. And what this does is make your lines 3D. So you actually want to make sure you use it. So we're gonna go ahead and put some argan oil on him. This is just so the knife glides a little bit better. And this is just to add another little 24 hours of crispiness. The thing is to always make them smile, make them feel good about themselves, and that's what keeps them coming back. The haircut doesn't even have to be 7,000%. It could be 80%. And as long as you provide them with a good service and a good experience, they'll be back. As far as the razor goes, you hold that at 30 degrees, which is just a slight angle, and we'll go over it in another video. I'll touch up this side just a little bit. And always go back over the top one last time. That is mandatory, because those are the two things behind the ears. And then the cowlick, the wife always looks at it. So that concludes just about this haircut. Any questions, concerns, go ahead and DM me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Blanco Barber 89. Instagram channel is Blanco Flawless. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time.